Hello and welcome to the 2014 World Cup Sweepstake with me, Tom Barrington. 32 players are eagerly awaiting what is going to be their outcome from this draw. Will they get a good team or will they fail? I'm joined today with my correspondent from Weston-super-Mare Football Club, Tom Solver.
Hi there.
Thank you. And I'm also joined by the man who was behind the camera last year, Thomas Barr. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you very much.
So guys, what teams do you reckon are going to be strong and what teams do you reckon will be probably the worst to get in the sweepstake this year?
I don't know, worst to get? Who do you reckon is going to be the worst to get?
We were just talking about this. I don't fancy Greece at all.
Greece?
Just their style of play, and also it's not very good.
There's not much to enjoy about them, is there?
No,
Not a great chance, and you're not going to enjoy any of the matches you watch.
No, and I would say Iran. I mean, they're here, they're happy to be here. Iran, Honduras, they're here. They're just going to sort of scrape along.
Who do you reckon are your dark horses for the tournament?
Well, I think the Central and South American teams in particular. So I'm back in Colombia actually. They've got a really easy group, easy-ish group with Ivory Coast, Greece and Japan, I think. But I think they'll sail through the group. Also Chile, I think are a very interesting team with some good European-based players. Vidal, Sanchez, Vargas, who I actually tipped to be top goal scorer at this tournament.
That's stupid.
Well, I just feel it.
Tom, your dark horse?
Dark horse? I don't know. Normally the popular answer is normally Belgium. People seem to say that they're underrated so much now that they're probably overrated because they've been together quite a long time and haven't really done anything.
Yeah. I would say Portugal.
Portugal?
They always do well at the World Cup. They're always there or thereabouts. If Ronaldo can raise them to glory, I think it's only one man who can really do it, it'd be him.
And in qualifying, I don't think I've ever seen a player play better in a match against Sweden.
No,
but then again, they did have to go through a playoff. They didn't make it straight through, they kind of scraped through.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we did 2 years ago in the Euro 2012 sweepstake, videos on the Facebook page, we have two hats, one with the names of the people, so I'm going to draw your name and then I'll draw the team from the hat, and that will be your team for the tournament.
Yeah, I'd like to add that Tom Reed is always either the very best team or the very worst team.
He's all or nothing, is Reedy.
He's all or nothing, man.
Well, if anything, he's due for a bit of mediocrity this time, I think.
So, the first name out the draw. It's the lottery ticket.
Oh, very interesting.
Interesting. And they're going to have Japan. So, nothing really lost or gained there. Who do we have? Tom Reed, the man who came up prior to this draw.
Make sure you hold it up,
Oh, yeah, okay.
the camera.
He's got Brazil. Very interesting. He'll be happy with that one. This is all live, gentlemen. All live. It's Jack Robertson. Jack Robertson. Unfortunately, Jack's got Honduras. So, you never know. We have Tom Olver. Eyebrows raised to the left of me here. Algeria, Tom Olver. His face says it already.
Don't think
So
I
there
know
we go.
any of their players.
So with those first four teams being drawn, let's go to a bit of reaction.
So Tom Reed, again, getting a strong draw. Seems to have a talent for it at this point. Oh, I think Algeria is obviously the worst draw of that lot. How are you feeling?
Kind of speechless. Unbelievable. I can't even think of any of their players.
Yeah, Tom Olver desperately looking for his book here.
I don't know anything about Algeria. I haven't even considered them. I'm gutted with that. I hadn't even thought about Algeria at all. Forgot they were in it. Who have they got? Can you just wait a second, please? I'm just trying to get a comment on each team. Where the fuck are
I give you one job.
Look at the groups there. Just sort it by group.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Hard group.
Brazil, obviously the home nation.
A lot of pressure on Neymar, though. He's got to perform.
Japan, lottery.
I would have preferred that to Algeria, to be honest.
Okay, Honduras. What do you reckon of that? Honduras.
Absolutely no chance. Sorry, Jack. They've got a tough group as well. They're in there with France.
And Ecuador and Switzerland.
Yeah, it's very tough indeed.
Yeah, so no hope for you there, Jack.
Let's get to the next 4. There we go. Sander Cullen. Sander. It's going to be a good team, this.
Zander is a new entrant into the competition.
He's got the USA, so I don't know. We'll see about that.
Do we make comments now?
Yeah.
It's a very tightly wound draw. Sean O'Kelly. Should be eagerly awaiting who gets.
Sean drew Portugal last time, so he's got good form going into this.
Oh, Sean's got the Netherlands.
Be
So
happy
really
with
good
that.
draw. Really good draw, Sean. Well done.
Never really performed there at the major championship.
Apart from the time they got to the final of the World Cup last time.
Yeah, but did they perform at the final?
Yes, they took it to extra time. Okay, so that's Sean. We've got Toby Collingwood.
Toby's a new entrant. Let's see what we can do.
And Toby has Mexico.
I see
Well done,
them
Toby.
going a long way actually. Mexico.
Do you have an
that four?
interesting fact about Mexico?
Yeah, they've actually they've gone through a bit of a rough patch in qualifying. They've gone through 4 managers in 6 months.
That's an interesting
Cannot
fact.
be good. Cannot be good.
Okay, so to the final man of this 4-man draw. Got Joe Chandler. So let's hope you get a good team then, Joe.
Joe is a new entrant, but he's obviously got a keen eye for football.
Joe has Italy. So that's pretty strong. Pretty strong, mate. Well done. So to you lads.
I think Joe Chandler will be very happy with Italy, but he's going to be going against his very own country in England, and they've got a very tough group with Uruguay as well. But news today, Suarez has an injury, so that might be good news for Joe Chandler. I think.
Mexico can't really. What group are they in? Ooh, they're in a strong group: Brazil, Croatia, and Mexico. So Mexico are probably going to be fighting against Croatia for that second spot. USA.
They make it to every single tournament. They got the easiest qualifying.
But they're in the group of death.
They got to get past Germany, Portugal, and Ghana. So sorry, Sander, but it looks like you're going to be going home early.
Black Stars being the traditional nemesis of the States, putting them
Yeah.
out in 2 different competitions.
So,
I'm desperately trying to think of a comment about stars in America.
well,
No, it's there.
you've lost
It's
the
right
race.
on the tip of my tongue.
So let's go to the next 4. So I'll start with the first man. Richard Root, who's gladly stepped in today, despite his moral objection to these sort of events.
He really is a big help.
So let's make sure you get your money's worth, Rich.
Rich is a new entrant because of his moral objections.
Uruguay. Interesting. So,
The
I can
unfortunate
see-
news about Suarez,
Yeah.
conflict of interest there for Richard. We'll see.
proud Englishman.
Next man. Louis Dane. Big names in this draw. Who's Louis going to get?
We got Sweden last time. Let's hope we can do one better.
Louis Dane's got Australia.
He hasn't done any better.
He has
has
So-
not done better.
We'll see about that one.
he? They're in a very tough group as well, Australia.
Third name is Thomas Clark.
Tom Clark got Croatia last time. Very middling.
Yeah, he'll be hoping for better than that.
Now Thomas Clark has Iran.
And he hasn't done better than that again.
I don't think you could possibly do worse,
No.
They've got
apart from Greece.
the Jagger. The Jagger's a good little player.
Yeah.
We've got Joe Fry. Joe Fry.
I'm predicting a big team here.
Joe Fry's a new entrant.
And Joe Fry has Croatia. Very interesting. So there's your 4. Over to you, lads.
Australia, a poor group, a poor team. What group are they in?
They've got some youngsters though. They're
They're not getting out of that. They're not getting out of that.
No, they've got no chance. That's better than Iran though.
That is better than Iran. But for all practical reasons, it's not really.
They're both going to do very badly
Yeah.
indeed. But Rich will be happy with Uruguay, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at least if Uruguay go through in place of England, have a small consolation.
Despite his moral objections.
so what do you
Despite
think
their obligations.
that group's going to end up as for the England group?
I think we'll win it. I'm going to stick my neck out.
Give me the
I don't think
four.
we'll win it. I think we'll get ahead of. I think we'll go in ahead of Uruguay.
So
I think
Italy, England,
They're
Uruguay.
very. What?
Italy, England, Uruguay, you're saying?
Yeah. I reckon Uruguay are too lopsided. They're very attack heavy. They haven't really got very good defence.
Godin is very good. Just won the league for Atletico Madrid.
Who scored Liga BPVA Team of the Year, so
Interesting.
average rating of 7.3.
Excellent stats. That's why
So
he's
we're
the
not.
host.
No one's back in Costa Rica.
Oh no.
No
Which
chance.
probably means they'll beat us.
I can see that happening.
Any other comment on Croatia?
I reckon last 16 quarterfinals max for Croatia.
So to the next four. That's another interesting. So here we got Kieran Walsh.
Kieran is a new entrant.
I've just pulled. Yeah,
That's what he thinks of you.
yes. Don't worry about it, Kieran. I've drawn you Greece as well, so it's really gone poorly for my behalf. Sorry about that, Kieran. Let's brush over that one.
Adding insult to him.
Mike Wrench.
Who did Mike get last time? Mike got Greece last time, so it can only go up.
Mike Wrench has got England.
I think he'll like that.
Proud
I mean,
Englishman. Mike.
Yes.
Very straightforward draw there for Mike. It's the last two of these four. Hugh Davies, famous footballing Hugh Davies.
He's a new contender, isn't
He's
he?
a new contender.
Yeah.
See who he gets. I bet it'll be Spain. Oh no, you got Tom Olver's dark horse, Colombia. Yeah, good show.
I think you'll do. You could have done worse than that, Hugh.
Okay, and finally the last man in the draw. This four-man pot. Jason Lee.
Jason's new contender. Your fingers are so dry. Look at the skin around your nails.
All right, mate.
Cut that out.
And Jason Lee has got Germany.
Ooh,
Good one, Jason.
well done, Jason.
So,
Yeah, Hugh Davies, you should be very pleased with Colombia. Hopefully they'll get Falcao back. Tom Olver's dark horse for the tournament, so you can't really say fairer than that.
That was a good little mini draw there. Some good teams going there. Germany, England, and Colombia. But then you've also got Greece, who are just awful. So.
Yeah, Greece are just awful.
I think the impact of Kostas Mitroglou, who was scored a hat-trick in the Champions League, went to Fulham and then sat on the bench.
Yeah, hasn't played any football this season. But they have got Karagounis as well. He's a seasoned pro, very old, on his last legs.
You're really scraping the barrel.
Yeah,
But I think
also...
Salpindinius is a very good player. Very
Yeah,
underrated.
you know
He's a small player. It's a nippy little striker. He'll get in there. He'll get a goal. That's Tom Barrington's guarantee. He will score a goal in the World Cup.
Score one goal.
Yes, he will score a goal.
Alright. And yeah, obviously Jason Lee should be ecstatic with Germany.
Germany don't have the bottle. They won't win. Germany will not win.
It's
Guaranteed.
a strong claim. But...
Guaranteed.
You're not backing them, are you?
The draw, I mean, they could easily, two poor games, and they're at the World Cup against in a team with Ghana, Portugal, and the United States. The States always have a propensity for nicking one. Ghana are a good team, and obviously Portugal, I think, could beat Germany quite easily. So it's nothing sewn on.
We're still doing one sentence per team.
It's fancy. I've got something to say. I'll just say it. All right. Okay. Right. So not really keeping count, but to the next four.
Still so many teams to go.
Start with Callum Craig.
A newbie?
He is a newcomer to the tournament.
And Callum has drawn Ecuador.
Ooh.
Tasty. I'm
I think Ecuador.
used to the climate.
Yeah, I reckon they could go through second in their group.
Who have they got in their group?
France, Switzerland, and Honduras.
With tough group.
Honduras has an H.
Honduras.
Right. To the next man. Henry Hawkins. Bit worried I haven't come up yet.
I was actually using the Spanish pronunciation.
And Henry has drawn
Henry's a newcomer to the tournament.
Chile. Good shout.
Dark horses.
I'd be very happy with that draw, Henry.
So to the next man. We have Ross Curling, or should I say Ross Finley.
Ross Finley.
So we've got him down as Ross Curling. I think that's alright. And his team. South Korea. So a nation that has a lot in common with Ross, South Korea. So you should find it very easy to support them.
How do they have a lot in common with Ross?
I couldn't think of a country that has less to do with Ross than South Korea.
Good point.
Right, and to the fourth. Johnny Bower.
Ross has got soul.
Johnny Bower. And Johnny has?
Johnny's a new. Oh no, he's not. He got Ireland last time.
Johnny has Ghana. Ghana, Black Stars.
The island of Africa.
Right then.
Callan Craig, Ecuador. I think he should be.
So can you stop saying Ecuador? Ecuador.
I was using the Spanish pronunciation. Yeah, I think you'd be quite happy with Ecuador. They should probably get out their group. I reckon it's going to be quite tight.
Who's in their group?
Switzerland, France, and Honduras.
Switzerland are not a bad team at all.
Neither are Ecuador. I reckon they've got a good chance of getting
But
to
if you cast your mind back, Switzerland were the only team to beat Spain in 2010.
They were, indeed.
Yeah, so England have also beaten Spain.
We're not in the World Cup, mate.
I don't think Johnny's going to be very happy with Ghana, to be honest. Their star man, Essien, is way past his best.
Is he their star man, or is he the only person you know who plays for them?
Get their team up, mate.
Alright, mate. Where's Ghana?
In Group
So he
P.
just flicked straight to Ghana.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Key player, Majid Waris, apparently.
This is excellent punditry, this is. Apparently.
Also Ross, yeah, South Korea. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Park Ji-sung's retired,
Easy to go.
so okay.
Park, good player.
Might park the bus a bit.
Moving on swiftly. We've got our last 3 pots now, so I'll go with the first name. James Buckley. James Buckley.
James Buckley's a newcomer to the tournament.
James Buckley has only gone and drawn Spain. So, very good, mate. Well done.
He'll be delighted.
Congratulations. Moving on to the next name. There's no really topping that, though, is there? Dave Hine.
Dave Hine is a newcomer to the tournament.
Dave Hine has got Russia.
Mediocrity.
So, to the next man. That's Thomas Barrington, that's myself.
Hear his heart beating.
Got Switzerland, so no.
They beat Spain.
They did beat Spain. It's the last man in the straw. Max Morris. Max is going to draw. Nigeria. Nigeria for Max.
He's gutted.
Scotland of Africa.
So, gentlemen.
Well, Buckley, well done. You drew. You know, some people say they're a bit of a fading force. I still reckon they're one of the favourites. Switzerland, I reckon you should be pretty gutted about that.
Pretty good team,
I
yeah.
disagree.
Unexceptional.
Using Switzerland's group.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that comment. They have.
France. I've said this group like 3 times.
Say it again, mate.
France, Ecuador, and Honduras.
Didn't they
Well-
sail through their qualifying?
Switzerland are going to steamroll Honduras. France haven't got any bottle, they're going to lose. They don't like it.
True.
Switzerland will get out of them. Ecuador, get a draw you through.
See, Switzerland
And quite easily, they're going to go through.
Didn't they do really, really well in qualifying? They were one of the first teams to get
Yeah.
to the World Cup, I think.
They've got a good core in the Basel. They've got Stocker. They're going to have Gorkan Inler, Valon Barami, good players. I reckon they're.
Average players.
Yeah, they're very average players, but that's where average players shine at the World Cup. So we're going to see it.
Max had Nigeria. I was going to say Obafemi Martins. Is he still about? He's probably about 28 by now, isn't he? A bit younger than that. They've got.
John Obi Mikel is their star player.
He's apparently the second best player in Africa, which is just not true.
So I would not enjoy watching.
Well, you say they're a young team or an old team, but you wouldn't really know, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
Nigeria.
No one knows.
No.
It's getting very into dangerous territory here.
And Dave Hine with Russia. Definitely not as dangerous as they were 4 years ago. Can't even think of any of their players.
Top 100 true.
Yeah, so the last 8 now. So you'll get an idea of who you might get now, judging from the draw. Let's see. So we'll start with very tightly wrapped. Oliver Carr.
He's going to do very well here.
Ollie got France last time, so see if you can get an even better team this time.
Oliver Carr's got Argentina.
Oh,
Knew it.
Disappointing. Not for us. No, not for Ollie, but for us.
well done, Ollie. I can't think of any more teams I'd like to get.
Yeah.
Well done, Ollie. Next team. Louis Luskin,
Louis got Italy last time. I
finalist.
can't see he's going to do better. I don't really think there are that many good teams left.
Louis Luskin has drawn the Ivory Coast. So he's made the best of a bad situation now, I
A
think.
bit of a wild card.
The Wales of Africa.
Stop.
Right, well done, Louis. Next team. We have Alex Lee. Alex is going to draw. Belgium.
Very, very good.
Dark horses.
So I think
I would enjoy that.
that's a
one.
very, very, very good team for Lee.
Yeah.
So well done.
That is
The last man, the penultimate group, is Josh Wright. Josh Wright.
floater.
And Josh has Costa Rica. That's terrible, mate. Sorry. It's really bad.
Yeah. Got.
Best draw that round was Argentina for Oliver Carr.
Oh, you could argue Belgium.
No,
I
Argentina.
would never argue.
I would.
No, they're Argentina. They're used to the climate.
Yeah,
They
but
are
there's-
extremely good. They've got the best player on the planet. Their strikers are so good. They left Carlos Tevez at home.
Messi is
Michaelis
very...
has just come off the back of a great season with Man City. Argentina.
I think they need Messi to perform, and he's not in the most fantastic form this season. I
still
think
scored
he's
like
very
40 goals.
central. Yeah, but still, no, don't see it.
No?
Don't see it. Don't back him.
I'd be ecstatic with Argentina.
We've got to mention Belgium. They're everyone's dark horses for the tournament.
Family ties.
Hmm?
Family ties for you.
I have family ties with Belgium. I think
It's the first major tournament since 2000. So,
Since-
and they're raw.
since they had the likes of De Velde. Bob
Ivory
De Velde.
Coast, probably the best of the African teams, but
Tough group.
they've sort of underperformed their supposedly golden generation. Drogba's a fading force, but then again, Yaya Toure is, for my money, been the best player in the Premiership this
Wilfred
season.
Bonny has had a good season.
Yeah, I always forget he's Ivorian.
Well, undoubtedly the worst draw of those four was Costa Rica. Last in the group.
To be honest, I think Costa Rica are the worst team you could possibly get.
Worst in around.
Because if they win, if by a miracle they get through the group, it's going to be at the expense of England, most likely.
It's very true.
So you're going to have the disappointment of England going out, and then you're going to have Costa Rica crashing out in the last 16. There's literally no point in having them, Josh. Sorry, mate. Right, so the last four. By now you'll know if it's you, and you'll know who you might be able to get. Unfortunately, I don't know because it's hard to keep count. So we have Adam Delancey, Chinaman,
Says low battery.
I know, but hurry up.
and Adam has drawn Portugal. So well done. It's not bad. They're my dark horse. And then we move swiftly on to Dave Clark. And Dave is going to draw Cameroon. Cameroon.
No comment.
And then finally, not penultimately, sorry, we've got Thomas Barr, the man who's been squirming in that chair for 20 minutes.
Do you know who's left?
No,
You worked it out.
I can't remember.
And Thomas Barr has drawn France.
Yeah.
So he can nod his head appreciatively at
Probably
that.
the best draw ever for
They're
golf.
completely unpredictable though. You never know what you're getting with France.
So finally, you'll know who you are. You are Sam Herrod. So Sam, the football savant that's sat through all of this to wait for his name. And he's going to have Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Hey, you laugh.
You laugh, but
They had a
Sam
very
won't know a single player from that team.
No, he'll know Xhaka. He'll know Xhaka.
Will you know Jacko, Sam?
He certainly will.
We can only speculate.
So Sam, Bosnia, they're probably, I don't know. You don't care, do you?
They topped their group in qualifying.
Dzeko's had a good season. He scored 20 plus goals. They've got is it Panic?
Yeah.
Panic plays for them.
Yeah, he scored an absolute wonder goal the other week.
That might give you a little bit of joy, Sam. France. I don't know. Maybe they could possibly do something. They got Ribery, Benzema. They got a good team. They got the talent.
Switzerland are going to stuff them.
And they've got Cameroon, Samuel Eto'o,
Still going.
young man Samuel Eto'o.
He's had a good season at Chelsea. Surprisingly, I didn't think he was going to.
For what he could do, he's had a good season.
Yeah.
He's come up with goals when they matter. Portugal, I reckon Portugal are decent.
You can't look past Portugal when they've got a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. But I think people underestimate their defence. With the likes of Pepe and Contral, Bruno Alves is always about decent defenders. But I think they're lacking in midfield. João Moutinho is always there. Raul Meireles, average players. But
No, Moutinho's good.
he must be getting on a bit now. I don't see him having a great World Cup, to be honest.
I reckon none of that is based in fact.
So thank you for watching World Cup 2014 Sweepstake draw. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you all the best of luck. Results will be posted on the group as well. Thank you.
I think it's quite strange that they seem to have a surplus of number 10s.
Yeah.
But like the fact that what's he called, Closer.
They've got one youngster, closer, and those are going to be their two strikers. It's not enough.
Quite an indictment.
Who's the youngster?
I can't remember what his name is now.
Okay, good. That won't make the cut.
Sorry, I've ruined that completely.
Now, we've had several amusing draws last time. Mainly Tom Olver getting England. It's pretty funny.
Be really careful with the table.
You want that?
Don't knock the table. Okay. Don't kick the table. Maybe something like, dark horses.
Yeah,
So-
I asked you about that, and you just said favourites for the tournament.
Well, because I didn't want to answer that question.
Oh god, I didn't realise it's so volatile.
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't touch the table. No, and just keep going.
What? No, we're not going to do that.
Yes, just keep going. For fuck's sake.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done.
Just keep going.
What, you only need to loop one?
No, because if there's one left and then I show an entire thing of, just keep
No,
going.
just do it like that. There's no need. That's just a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
Well, why
It'll
are you
look
doing
good.
that?
Nah,
It'll
no.
look good.
After every draw.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Nah,
it'll look good. It'll look
I'll
good.
get Olvie to do it now.
I'll do it.
It was fine the last time.
No, Tom, don't. I think it's stupid.
Tommy, it was fine the last time when you did it.
It looks better. I've watched a couple of straws on YouTube.
Well, my art history is going to be butchered by his.
And your star man. It doesn't bode well.
Okay. Sam Herrits. He'll get a goal. That's Tom. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
It's high because I don't want to blow away. Brilliant, thanks. They've blown away some of them. They could do. They've got strong history with tournaments.
Okay, Rob.
No, it wasn't very good at the start. You might have to reshoot that bit.
Tom, this is so dumb.
Alright, I reckon that's enough.